like military benefits, Oshee?
Yeah, I get not unemployment, disability. I can't remember what for. It's either tinnitus or fucked up knee or something. It pays my credit card.
How'd you fuck up your
It
knee?
just pays your credit card.
Yeah.
How did you rack up a credit card?
I moved to Boston and I didn't get a job for 2 months and just did comedy and didn't get better.
Yeah.
So yeah, it ruined my life 4 years ago, I think.
Dude, how much credit card debt?
It's like $6,000, over 6.
That's whatever. I have two. I have 2,500. I think. I'm gonna die before that.
Yeah, I mean,
comes
if you
to
don't have
fruition.
debt, you're not fun. You know.
You didn't get the GI Bill?
I did, but
For
I
school?
didn't technically fail out of my first semester of college, but I just didn't go back. I don't remember if I took any of my finals. I just kind of was like, nah, this ain't for me.
All right. Well,
And it's the only reason I joined the military, so that was stupid of me, I think.
yeah.
And what happens when you get tinnitus?
Tinnitus
Your ears
is
just
ringing
bother
in
you.
the ears.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the military, if you get tinnitus.
Nothing happens.
Well, it's,
They're just
so
like,
they'll,
stop
they'll
being
give
whiny
you.
about it.
They'll give you.
It's probably from
tinnitus.
I don't have a
gunfire,
foot.
isn't it?
Shut up.
Well, it's from noise. So like, I work in heavy equipment, which is very loud. So like, if you reverse, it's like,
Yeah.
it's very annoying.
The
and
way
loud.
you get tinnitus is you use the earplugs that they give you, and it turns out they've been defective for a decade and a half.
Yeah.
So,
and it also
That's pretty
turns
cool.
out that they're very small and easy to forget.
yeah.
Were you the one telling us about the? I think this was something else I was listening to. Like the U.S. military, like I think it was the Army. They produced like a
Corey, do you want us to come back to you?
I got
Follow
it.
it.
They produced
Get
a shitload
it?
of like chapsticks that basically like said like don't try not to rape anybody. This is a real thing.
No, I think that was her.
Was that you?
Yeah.
It might have been.
Yeah, I bet those. No,
but they found out there was like
That sounds
hemp in them,
about right.
and they
As
just
backup.
threw them away.
the SHARP program is the most.
What's it called?
It's called SHARP.
Sexual harassment
Sexual
and
harassment,
rape
yeah.
prevention.
No, it's sexual harassment, assault, rape prevention,
Ah, well.
and it is the most poorly run.
It didn't sink in, I think, is
Yeah,
the point
it's
there.
the most poorly run and horrifically utilized program.
It
'Cause
would
they,
actually
like-
be more effective to just give women something sharp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give them a good old
Give 'em a
small
shank.
knife,
Give 'em
pocket
a
knife.
rape
But what
axe.
they do is they sit you in a meeting and they're like, if
You
you,
know that?
Like rape
make
axe?
a that's what
The condom?
she said joke,
Yeah, the
you'll
condom.
An
get
inside-out axe.
fired. And you're like they're very like
Yeah, if you
crazy about it. They're like,
if you do a small
hurt
joke about
yes.
sexual harassment, you will ruin your life. But if you rape
Literally.
someone, you'll never get caught.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happens.
It's
like,
don't ask, don't tell, basically.
Pretty much.
literally. They're
Don't
like,
ask and make sure she doesn't tell.
it is the most horrifically poorly ran program because it makes no sense.
Well,
'Cause they're like,
Yeah.
let's take
Which
these
is
group of
ridiculous 'cause it's a
dudes
huge
and
problem.
tell them that they could never make a joke about sex.
So that they get pent up,
Yes, so
and
now
a
they
lot
have
of energy
yeah.
and resentment builds towards women.
And then
And
when
let's see what
someone
happens.
makes a complaint, we're gonna blame her.
But really, that's no different than the modern workplace, any office you go into.
No, it's very different.
Yeah, it feels like
The
they
power
actually...
structure in the army and in any military branch versus like an actual office is just very different. Like
Both are not great, but it seems like in the civilian sector, they actually take claims more seriously instead of burying them. Like,
Right,
there was
then-
someone who was murdered in the first invasion of, like, Iraq and Afghanistan. I don't remember
wait,
which
somebody
one.
died?
Someone was murdered after they
Wow.
assaulted, and they covered it up and, like, moved a weapon, and, like, they didn't release the autopsy report. It's, like,
Yeah.
really fucking bad.
You're talking about
But the-
Osama bin Laden.
Yeah.
Release
Yeah, she was
the
shot in
files.
the eye and twice in the chest, and then they buried her body at sea.
But the other issue is like my boss at my work right now, like if he were to harass me and I'd be like, nah, dude, like he has no actual power over my life.
Mm-hmm.
The military does not work that same way. Like these people have actual power over the
Yeah.
lives they oversee, right?
It's
So they
all
can,
the bad parts of a hierarchy like brought to it.
Yeah, the chain of command is so poorly operated in the military.
yeah, and they have the ability to like put someone in a place and like fuck their career up.
reprisals.
It's very different.
No,
You can just go against someone with reprisals, and they have no way of saying, "Oh, that's because she put in a report on you." Because it's all like redacted, and no one can know. Like, it's really bad.
You're like, it's the same organization that's like, like setting up coups in other countries. Like, they're like toppling regimes. So, like, to fuck up your life, it's like easy. That's easy as pie. This is
a flick of the wrist.
This is
Have
nothing.
either of you ever been in or seen a military court, or been present for a hearing of any type?
Well, I don't know if you can even show up, like how on court TV there's an audience. I don't think people can just show up to JAG.
Yeah, like JAG is not the same. I've dealt with JAG, but I've never been to like a.
So it's all behind closed doors.
Basically, if you are standing in front of a JAG court, you're fucked. You're going to Leavenworth.
Yeah.
There's like almost no way. Leavenworth is the military prison.
Okay.
They call it fucked in the ass Leavenworth.
That can't be true.
No, they do.
Oh.
In basic and then pass. No, you get fucked in the ass. That's true.
I'm sure vets.
You get fucked in the ass in the regular military, but that's just team building.
Did you get fucked in the ass in the military? You gotta eat the
I'm
mic, by the
saving
way.
it for marriage.
Okay.
Saving the butthole for marriage?
Yeah, something has to be saved.
That's
something
cute.
has
That's
to be
cute.
for God. You know?
Everything has been utilized.
Only my husband will get to penetrate.
They've used every part of you like a buffalo, and you're saving that one thing.
I'm like, there is one benefit to marrying me, and it is my asshole. That's the whole thing.
That's romantic.
Yeah.
I know, right? That's so cute.
Yeah.
You have an old soul, I think.
Old soul, new butthole.
That's the name of the episode.
She's trying to keep her soul in.
No, it's worked for so many years.
Yeah.
Every guy I'm like,
dangling that over men's head. Is that what you're
no. So,
dangling that butthole like a mistletoe over your.
I'm like, well, I'm
Your
saving that for
butthole dangles.
marriage.
Jeez.
And then they leave me alone for the rest of forever.
It's a reasonable response. But what if you have a terrible asshole? Then you just, that probably you don't care.
She probably doesn't, though. She hasn't used it.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Have you seen an asshole you're unwilling to fuck?
Like an asshole rating scale where?
Yes, there is.
Is there?
Yes.
Tell us about the asshole.
Are you
rating
playing
scale.
off the
First of
field,
all,
or
some
like
of them,
nothing goes
some
in
of
there?
them look like assholes. Some of them have started to look like other things. That's the first thing. Does it still look like an asshole?
Mine is
that's
very
pretty good. If it looks like an asshole, that's pretty good.
Does it look like a purple fist?
Mine
That's
is
not that good.
dainty.
You have to-
I've been told mine is dainty looking.
You have to get
nice.
you have to get your nose up next to it, and you cross your eyes, and then you pull away, and it looks.
And then you
like an
see a
asshole.
sailboat.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll fuck a sailboat.
I just know I have a very dainty looking butthole.
That's probably
Dainty
great, then.
butthole.
Yeah.
Is there a
Okay.
doily around it?
dainty.
I don't understand.
No, it's so small. And not
Just
ready.
small.
So small.
It holds a teacup very delicately
Yeah.
with only 2 fingers.
It's
Pinky
very
out.
pink. It looks like my ass after you spanked it. You know? I don't know. I've never
It
looked
should
at my own
look
Your
like-
butthole.
asshole's camouflaged.
It should look like a belly button.
Where does
that
the hole
wasn't-
begin in the cheeks?
That wasn't cut very well. Like, when they cut the
Yeah.
umbilical cord and it's still kind of there?
Oh, it's like an Audi belly button.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Just
nice.
a very slight outie.
My asshole's never been an Audi. It's always been an Audi. Like, the fuck?
Okay, well, an Audi's
Never
not really
once
an
have been
Audi.
like, it's an Audi. That's been a bad day for me if that's ever
It would be
happened.
something that is screamed. It's Audi!
Yeah, no, it's very.
Why did it fall Audi?
It's just, I, don't,
Well, good.
I think mine's cute. I don't know.
Well, I mean, well,
It's like a hairless mole rat. Except rip him
How-
out.
how often are you taking a look at it? Because I feel like the butthole changes over time as we age.
It's like how your elbows change when you get older.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, same with the butthole.
Yeah, I don't try to look at
Yeah,
it. that
3 things
often,
never
yeah.
stop growing: the nose, the ears, and the asshole.
Yeah, I think that's
yeah.
it.
The asshole.
Wait, is it growing in
After
depth?
death, your asshole grows for 2 weeks.
Is it depth or is it width?
I don't know, maybe just in character.
It grows as a person.
It has a character development.
That's spiritual growth. If you've ever,
Saving it for God.
Yeah, no, I'm saving it for divorce. Because that's a plan. If you want my asshole so bad that you'll marry me for it.
You're saving your asshole for when you get your groove back.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, when she needs to get back on the market.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, then
After a
marry
bad
me,
run.
and then if you really
It's like
want to,
power
I'll
bait,
divorce
dude.
you, and I get half your shit. That's
All right, hold on. So,
What a plan.
Are you giving your first husband? Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah.
there'll be more than
This
one.
is one of
guys.
Let's
many
go
husbands.
sequential on this one.
Yeah.
The fact that I'm not on 3 at this age is a disappointment to my family.
I'm impressed.
My mom is upset.
Well,
She's like, "How dare you?"
so
Ruin the family
So do you
business.
give the butthole to the first husband,
Yeah.
or do you hold out and go almost like you hold it against him, where you're like, you don't get it, but just so you know, the second you fuck me over, I'm gonna take half your shit, and then I'm gonna give my butthole out of spite to somebody else.
Yeah, that's what
you're
I thought you
using
were
your
saying.
butthole as
That's what I
sexual
thought.
currency.
No. I give
No,
it
he
to
gets the
him.
butthole, but then when you get divorced,
When, not if.
When? Yeah, no, there's no ifs. It's
when it
when.
happens.
when you get divorced,
It's a practice
then you
marriage.
have what do you have to offer your next suitor?
Ooh.
Oh, experience with the butthole.
Yeah.
At that point, I
practice
think just manipulation-wise, I would be very good at it. You know?
You have to start small, and for as far as husbands' penises go, you start small and you build your way up.
Right.
I
No,
think
no.
so.
It's like sounding.
No.
it's like sounding rods.
I don't need
like
to get
dowsing
bigger
rods. Where's
as I
the
get
water?
older.
Okay, explain this to me then,
Okay,
because I'm not
so
getting it.
as someone who's like a young buck, right?
Okay.
Size is fun.
Ooh.
No,
Okay.
it's about training.
Training. Oh, yeah, we talked about. All right. Yeah.
Yes.
This
so
is bedroom
not,
training.
the size is not like the
Charts.
biggest issue. Yeah, no. It's just like you do what I need you to do, or you don't.
Learn what my weird noises mean,
Yes.
and then you will be able to translate.
Catalog
Yeah.
them. Meticulous.
Because I cannot.
What's that
communicate
movie where
directly.
Amy Adams learns alien language?
The Martian.
Close.
Contact. No.
Mean Girls?
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. Boom.
Yeah,
Nailed
I saw it.
I
Perfect.
love Tim Meadows.
Don't we all?
That was David Lynch.
No, Tim Meadows was the principal in Mean Girls. That was David Lynch? David Lynch
David
as
Lynch.
Tim Meadows.
David Lynch did blackface for Mean Girls. What the fuck?
Yeah,
This movie has a new meaning to me.
Yeah.
yeah. You got to go back and watch it. You got many
Times were
layers.
different then.
Early 2000s.
You know, people were still allowed to do blackface. Sarah Silverman did. I'm here to
So wait,
preach the
she-
benefits of blackface.
I don't think there's any actual rules, but she didn't get in trouble for some reason.
Silverman?
Right.
Kinda, but
She-
she was like, we're going to take her down anyway. It was like how they got Capone on tax evasion.
There was other shit going on.
Yeah,
What,
I mean,
what else
yeah.
were they getting her on?
Silverman was just so like plain spoken and like forgave Louis and all that shit. So they're just looking for a reason to take her down.
She just I just saw something on Twitter that she
She forgave Louis because she'd seen him jerk off, and she's like,
Yeah.
"What are you whining about?"
No, she was
It
like, that was
wasn't
hilarious.
bad.
She's like,
Yeah, she
"I
literally
laughed."
said it was funny as shit.
Yeah.
She was like, yeah, that was great watch. I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't.
We were like,
5 stars on Netflix.
Yeah.
she's like, I went to Yelp and I was like, this was a great dining experience.
Thumbs up. I went to Angie's List. And we'll hire again.
She's like, I was on Tinder and I swiped right.
She just like came out. I just saw like a clip of her talking. I don't know if she was on a podcast or something, but she was like basically like making the like a very reasonable case that like progressives are fucking themselves by like ostracizing and not giving people a way to like
She
redeem
says this now
themselves or
after
whatever.
she lost that talk show where she was uber
right
woke.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Which is
We're
weird because
woke.
I don't really feel like she was. I feel like people got pissed
you
at her
watch
for
that
the
show?
talk show as well.
That show was
Because she went and talked
But that-
to Trump voters
but
and
that-
wasn't an asshole to them. You know?
But it does now. She was kind of an asshole. Like
Man, she's always an asshole.
yeah, it's all in the way that like you watch the editing of like who's that douchebag that's trying to do Colbert Report on Comedy Central now?
Trevor Noah, the
No,
angel
no.
from God.
Yeah, I don't know who you're
The
talking
fuck?
Shut up.
He's so hot.
Fine.
Not
Yeah,
my-
you don't
all
care
right,
about his
first of all,
comedy
he's not.
whatsoever. He
Every
is
time
so
I know
hot. I don't.
super
He
funny.
starts talking.
Every time I bring up a black man,
listen.
you can't just
My
derail it
mind
into how
goes
hot
in
he is.
that.
I'm trying to make a fucking point.
No,
here.
first of all,
And also,
You're
he's not-
fetishizing.
he's
I
not
went
the guy I'm
black and
talking
I went
about.
back.
I didn't
But
say the guy.
Trevor Noah is just
Okay, but I didn't say the guy who's trying
you
to
haven't
do
gone
Jon
back.
Stewart. I said the guy who's trying to
John
do
Oliver.
Colbert. No,
who's that guy?
On
He's a
Comedy
tall white
Central,
guy?
not on HBO. You have to listen with your ears.
I don't have those.
I know.
Your hair's kind
Your hat's in the way. I can't hear you through my
Where am
dope
I?
ass hat.
Wait,
Listen with your
then who are you
perfect
talking
butthole.
about?
Yeah, listen with your butthole.
It's dainty,
Like a
not
beluga
perfect.
Listen with your dainty butthole.
It's dainty.
You sounding.
Jordan Klepper, I think. Do you guys know who I'm talking about?
Yeah. Tall white
Barely,
guy.
but that's what I'm saying. Is like that's how.
Oh,
but
his show's already gone, isn't it?
Who cares?
I think it's
but
Klepfer.
he was
Some
stupid
name.
doing that like he's like talking to a fucking senator and he's like I don't think it was even a senator. It was just a guy at like a MAGA rally, and he was like, "What do you think? When do you think America was great?" And the guy's like, "I don't, like probably like 1913 before we like had the 17th Amendment." And Klepper just goes, "Oh, when women weren't allowed to vote, that's the sweet spot for you." and the guy kind of like doesn't register it. He goes, "Yeah."
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
And then they
that's
just
right.
smash cut like right after that. It's like such weirdly dishonest shit that it's
I mean,
like
that's always been those.
Well, it would
Right,
be great. It would be
right,
great if he
right.
goes, "When do you want to go back to that America was great?" And he goes, "Well, maybe before we had the Federal Reserve System, we still had the gold standard." He goes, "Back when we had slaves."
yeah, exactly.
Just totally deflects
Exactly.
from any
He just has like
commentary.
a good point, and he just makes him racist.
Yeah, well, no, that's exactly what he did. Like the guy was like trying to make an art. And, like, by the way, if you read the 17th Amendment, it's like nonsense. I don't even know what the fuck it means. It's
I don't even know what it is.
Well,
it's
tell
about-
us.
it's about-
Tell us what it is.
it's something about like the amount of senators and shit that are. It's I think it might have something to do with the electoral college. I don't.
Oh, yeah, like gerrymandering.
I
shit,
don't
probably.
fucking know. Yeah, like I tried to read it and I was like, fuck this. I hate this already.
Well, yeah. So probably he didn't know what that was. So he goes, "Yeah, when women couldn't vote."
Right. That's all that he
Because he
registers.
mixed up 17 and 18. The 18th Amendment was women, right? Never mind, I'll shut up.
19.
That's the 19th.
I don't care.
Boom! I nailed it, bro. I'm an ally, dude.
What's 18?
I'm woke.
I'm a woke ass ally, bro.
Women aren't allowed to
You're a
drink?
fucking
I don't
racist
fucking-
pig.
What if
dude.
the dude was just like, "What period of America would you like to go back to?" And he goes, 1400. I just want to dance around a fire and fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go back
goes,
before Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
well, you must be. So you just you like
Cultural
Columbus?
appropriation?
We gotta get back to like that level of, or not. We have to. If the right wants to continue to do anything, like they're gonna have to figure out how to like fuck with people. Like, do you know like that? Like Sailor Socialist video. It was like some like libertarian chick was like,
Yeah.
she was like, do you support Bernie Sanders? And
Dasha,
she's like,
dude.
yeah, Dasha. She's like, but she's like, well, you know, in Venezuela, everybody's eating rats, basically. Cool. And the girl just goes, "You people have worms in your brains. Like, what the fuck is that?" And it just you just watch the libertarian girl just crumble because. Like there's the one thing that like whatever power structures or whatever serious like intent can't handle, it's like people laughing at them. Do you know what I mean? Like you can't, if you attack them, you empower them. You know what I mean?
But if you laugh
but if you laugh at
take
them,
the power away.
yeah,
Yeah.
it just
Okay.
it dismantles the whole situation where you're like, yeah, all right. Well,
It's
now we're sitting here in
speaking
this,
truth to
in this
power.
retarded moment. It's making the power. It's make the moment retarded.
Yeah.
Beyond repair.
Well,
Just
but
be
That's
the
the-
Joker. Just get on late night, pull some blood
Bomb
up your
one
lips and
time.
start
People
laughing.
want to
Yeah.
see the world burn.
you just bomb one time, you'll be on a late night show.
Get on a viral
I
video.
literally got out of that movie and I was like, the most ridiculous part of that was this man bombed one time and
Yeah.
ended up on a
How
late
did
night
he
show.
even get up at the Comedy Cellar?
I know that was what's
How was he
interesting about
booked
that.
on that
Yeah.
show? Is he blackmailing someone?
No, someone videotaped it, and I think he sent it. He sent it, and they thought it was a joke. How bad it was.
All right.
I don't remember the plot exactly, but yeah, he filmed himself at
No,
his
he
open
didn't film
mic.
himself. Somebody else
Yeah, I think
filmed
the
him.
club booked him to film him bombing because they're like, "Fuck this
No,
retard."
they like he got booked for whatever reason, and then
'Cause
like,
Andy Kaufman
then
was
like,
popular, I guess.
his clip of him bombing like went viral.
It was
And
so
they were
bad
like-
that it made it to.
And then
Yeah,
they're
and it was
oh,
on 8
come on my
millimeter
late
film,
night show.
still
I'm
went
like,
viral.
I have bombed so many times.
Yeah, it would be great
You
if
know
you could
who's
make it by being
invo-
so bad
Dude, that'd be
at an
awesome.
open
I was
mic.
like, that's not. a
I
thing.
would make it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I made it a long time ago.
I don't think I've done well ever.
Did not make any sense at all.
Yeah, a lot of us would have careers if that's all you had to
we
do.
do much better.
Although it does
Bad
seem like
comedians and fat models. It's the new America.
that whole model anyway is gone. The whole somebody sees you at a mic or at a show
Oh,
and you get
yeah.
booked on late
People
night or
aren't
whatever
getting
and all that.
discovered, and they haven't since like the 80s,
No.
Well, like people do that. Like that model is still running, but nobody. It's like an oven that somebody left on. Like
Yeah.
where it's like I'll see like I mean not obviously like COVID times. I think things are weird, but I still like before this. I do remember like seeing a comic that I've never heard of and will never hear of again on like Conan or something, and I'm like, oh shit, they're still doing this. Like that's fucking all right, whatever.
If you're deep in comedy, you'll see people that had like a viral hit on YouTube or something. But the reality is you will get discovered on YouTube if you buy enough bot views now, Like you just have to fucking work an algorithm and lie about your hits and all that shit.
Well, but
And even
we
then, it's
still-
not guaranteed.
they
Still new
have,
shit.
Like,
Now it's
new
TikTok.
Faces at, in Montreal when they have like the Just for Laughs.
Yeah, but that's not what
That's
it was
not what it
either.
used to
That
be.
used
It's not.
that used to
It's
mean
very-
something.
yeah.
Because
Even
I know
in-
a bunch of guys
in the
who've
early
done that.
2000s, 10 years ago.
Nothing.
It meant something.
It doesn't even get you booked
No,
anymore.
unrepresented shows, you'll continue to go unrepresented. No one will fucking hire you. You can't get an agent from it anymore.
Yeah.
Fucking Sam Talent did unrepresented, and he's just still doing his own thing and successful despite the fact,
That's what Andrew Schultz did. He wasn't getting like. what he-
Schultz is a wizard at YouTube and TikTok, though. That's what I mean.
He's on
Like,
TikTok?
Yeah, like
yeah.
Yeah, work the algorithm. You gotta
he
fucking
like
work
he
your
was like
views.
very frustrated. He's talked about it. He's like, I was very frustrated because I felt like I was better than these comedians who were getting these chances.
I think he's a really good writer, man. Like,
And he is. He's
Yeah, he's funny.
brilliant.
That dude
And he
fucking
was like, then I
smashes.
found my own way, and now he has like one of the best podcasts out there.
yeah, he's
And
doing
like
fine.
he's like made his own
which
way.
is great because like I love having more and more examples where as soon as somebody starts complaining about comedy, you can just be like, all right, look over here.
Yeah.
That's about the
it's
only
clearly
way
not.
you
Fucking
can point.
niche.
The only way you can point right now is make your own shit on new platforms, and maybe you can make
That's
your own audience.
That's what I was telling you is like the only business plan that I have for this podcast is to pay a TikTok e-girl like $10,000 to lip sync a clip from this podcast. So if you guys can if you guys can sort of manifest a clip during this show
secret?
that you think will be good for TikTok for 16-year-old girls dressed as anime characters to lip sync to,
yeah,
that'd be
like a girl doing her makeup.
How about
yeah.
something
She's
where
just
we?
God
Yeah,
damn it,
just-
yes.
wearing elf ears.
She's
and
like
shit.
doing her makeup, like cloning John Mulaney, like
yeah, in between John Mulaney.
Yeah,
I was
like,
just gonna say in between
literally
John Mulaney lip
always,
syncs.
yeah.
She'll fucking yeah.
it's just people like finding. I don't know. It's
She'll do
very
our bit
weird.
about prolapsed anuses and like yeah.
Purple Hearts.
Well, so I went to
good bit.
Kansas City. It was
It's it's worthy of TikTok, I think.
almost a year ago. I went to Kansas City to see this girl who like had like a viral Instagram account, and then
Was she
her,
like had a club
COVID
weekend?
positive.
no, her and her sister like started a podcast, and I got my other sister into it because it was mostly like pop culture, like shit like that, whatever.
what
And
was it
we
called?
went to go see her comedy show. Mm-hmm. And I was like sitting there like, as a comic, I was like, what of these jokes would like bomb at a mic?
Right.
And it was like every joke would
All of
bomb.
them.
Like none of these would work.
At the same time, as much as I don't respect those people as comics, it's kind of like, oh, they found their audience. If you find your audience and you don't have to develop so that you can kill in any room in the country, good for you,
No, and that's the thing that like I was like, okay, like she has this built-in audience, like these people
Yeah.
who want to hear her, who want to laugh for her,
But-
and they did that. But at the same time, it's like there's like a little frustration where it's like they're not laughing because these are great jokes.
They're laughing because basically
because
your friend is on
yes.
stage. It's like when a new person who's going up for the first time goes to a mic and they bring 9 people might get a response. It's basically that.
Yeah. So,
Shared
but she
experience.
was doing a countrywide tour and selling out places as someone who had never really done like stand up the way that stand up has been done.
Yeah. Even though the process of like learning how to write a bit and like
Yeah.
yeah.
She just
But that's I almost
Skipped all of it.
You could go to a Jeff Dunham show
and see
at
what
a
it's like to
huge
not-
football field and hear puppets tell racist jokes and go, that would never
that are
work.
not even
That's
dude,
not.
he's gotta
I
be-
think it would work though. That's such a gimmick.
It does work.
Yeah.
It does work. It
does
He
work.
has a
All it-
massive career. He probably has like a 14-room mansion right
He didn't start out being the guy that everyone
Yeah.
knows is the racist puppet guy.
Yeah,
Like,
he started out in
built it.
porn.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
where
that's
the puppets
awesome.
came from.
it was just his hand in condoms.
He started out in Henson's
Started out on Suck on Me Street.
Jim Henson's Creature Factory, and he worked on Labyrinth back in the day.
He and Jackie Chan used
He
to
did
do
the
porno.
new
back
Dark
in
Crystal.
But I don't know.
It was a
There's
different
just-
time.
I honestly I have to categorize that as like something different. Like I just don't, I don't see those people as comics. Like, and not in a mean way.
No,
it's
I mean,
just
it's
like
the same as like Dustin Diamond's not a comic. He's
yeah,
a novelty.
it's like
He's a
you're
fucking
doing something,
curio.
whatever. Who gives
But
a
it's like
shit?
if
Like
you're-
we're clearly not going after the same audience or whatever. So
Yeah, you're not
Exactly.
taking
I don't
anyone's
care.
audience.
Yeah.
Well, but like the comic that I saw, I'm like I felt like we have a very similar audience that would work for me, right? Like if I go into an audience of just like a bunch of other male comics, like I'm gonna bomb. They're not interested. They don't give a fuck.
Was she like a pretty girl doing stream of
Yeah.
consciousness? Oh, she's not pretty? How's she
No,
have
she's
a
good
following?
looking.
That's crazy.
But she's very pop culture based, and she has like a built-in audience.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, from the
And so
podcast.
watching her do these jokes that like I would never have even tried because I know they don't work.
What were some examples? What are the jokes, quote unquote?
Men, wash your balls.
I'm trying to think of like one that I was like, oh,
I can see lint in the folds. Wash them. It's not a
it
bad
would be
bit.
like her talking
Not
about
Dude,
bad.
we could write
Not
hot
bad.
girl comedy.
We could write hot girl. Do you know how fucking you honestly?
We should be your writing team.
We could write her an hour in like fucking 20 minutes, dude.
dude. I'm not trying to like sound arrogant, but like being a good looking female comic is like a fucking curse.
In
Yeah.
what way? What do you mean?
So other female comics,
Ugly ones?
First of all, let me explain for you because
Yep.
you don't know what you're talking about.
Please mansplain this to us, Alan.
When she
I'm-
goes on
I'm going to
stage,
silence you real quick.
when she goes on stage, everyone in the room hates her.
Yeah.
That's
But
what's hard.
I feel like you're. Because when an ugly girl goes up on stage, I immediately hate her too. I'm not like
That's just you,
Oh,
though.
she's a gem. I'm
If a
like,
decent looking girl goes up on stage, I hate her. I'm a misogynist. I don't
yeah,
know.
thank you.
no,
for
but
filling in this
it's
gap
one of
for
those,
me.
and part of it is like other comics, right? Like there's other female comics where they're like
I believe that.
being funny is my thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then they see a girl who's like good looking going on stage, and they're like, "Fuck you."
Yeah,
You don't get to
you-
have my thing.
You
because
already have
you're-
that thing. You get
For the
being
record,
pretty.
You're hot-
for the record though, when like a really attractive and especially like a built dude goes on stage, the crowd hates that too.
Yeah, anyone that's attractive in comedy. That's why all comics are ugly, is because you need to
You
disarm
can't-
the crowd.
You can't be hot, funny, and a paleontologist at the same time.
Right.
That's just not. That's
Paleontologist.
You, what,
Come
who
on.
are you,
What were we talking
Ross,
about?
from
Ross
Friends?
from Friends? Exactly. Yeah.
Very.
I'm not an expert on Tyrannosauruses. I'm just built like one.
Kid, I'm like bones. I'm just funny and hot, dude.
I'm just funny on a whole lot, bro.
But there is like a certain like it's for me to win a crowd over, like I have to work harder.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you think once you win them over, it's like smooth sailing. They're like, oh, she's actually funny and she's hot. I love this. You know?
Yeah, but it takes me 10 minutes to get to that point.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like it's
Okay.
annoying.
I
'Cause
think
it's like-
you have to own what they think of you immediately. Like if you're
Yeah.
trying to, I watch hot girls go up there and pretend. They'll be like, "I wish I had good genes." I watched that the other night. Just like, what are you? Why would you say that? Now I really hate you.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
to go up there knowing what they're thinking about you.
You're acting like I don't have fucking eyes.
Yeah.
I've seen alt comedy from a girl before. Go ahead and fucking try something else.
Yeah.
But it's just
My Xanax doesn't make me prettier. Who cares?
Wait, is that something you've heard? Because
I don't know.
Write
Just
that
people
down,
talk
Wolf.
about
Yeah,
their-
that is pretty
They
good.
talk about their medication and their fucking image issues. It's like the same thing over and over again.
Well, that's what I'm
See,
saying. Write it down. This is how you craft a set.
Yeah.
We're trying to build a female comic from scratch. If you don't
We're
want
trying
in,
to
we'll
weird
find
science
another
a female comic.
weird science of female.
She blinded me with
Literally.
punchlines.
She's funny, smart, and like hot adjacent. Like that's the perfect comic.
I think so, yeah.
Otherwise. But like if you're like,
pretty
not-
for
it's-
a comic
Yeah, like you
is the
can't.
best place to
Yeah,
be.
yeah.
The first question is, why are you hot and funny? Why would that have ever happened?
Yeah, what happened to you?
Exactly. The crowd is wondering, why did you develop that skill?
Try to do both. And my answer is, I wasn't hot for a long time.
Oh,
Ugly duckling.
That makes sense.
I was
And that's definitely
round in the face. People like will
Taryn.
not believe me.
Eat the mic more.
eat it. Fucking eat it.
Yeah.
No, but I was very awkward as a kid.
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't speak English until I was in kindergarten.
Where are you from?
I was born in Texas.
Yeah, they don't speak English there.
In El Paso, they
That's
don't.
hardly English
In El
down there.
Paso, they don't. My nanny spoke Spanish, and then we moved to Mexico.
Sorry.
really
I am
got him.
behind the ball. My nanny taught me to speak Spanish.
No, like
really got
my
him.
mom
Got
was
him on
like,
a
I don't fuck with her.
Oh, fuck
I
that.
watched
So my
his third
nanny
eye
took
open.
care of
He
me.
thought that was so
Oh,
funny.
so you were neglected by your parents?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
there
then
it
we
is.
moved to Mexico, where I spoke Spanish. And then we moved to the U.S. when I was in kindergarten.
You should just go up there and speak Spanish and act clueless.
Yeah.
Just act like you don't know
Just
what's going on.
Alicia Silverstone
¿Qué
speaking
pasa,
Spanish.
putos? Like, yeah, no. But I didn't speak English
Right.
until we moved back to the States. I was in Kansas City, Missouri. Mm-hmm. And
The,
that was
the cool house.
Yeah, they love
games.
not speaking English there.
okay. Well, let me explain. This is gonna sound. It sounds like fucked up, but when you're a kid, when you're little, like your understanding of things is very black, like very like
It's very
black and white. Like
She spoke
They're-
Spanish and listened to hip hop.
no. They're very like in a box, right? So I only spoke English to my parents, who are pale white people, and anyone who was darker skinned, I spoke Spanish to. And then we moved to Missouri, and there
There's
are
a lot of
plenty of
confused
people,
black dudes.
This is a guy.
Yes.
I'm from Saint Martinique.
Yes.
Why are you speaking Spanish to me?
people who were
French.
not
Weirdest
they
racism
were
ever.
not white,
Right.
Why do you
but
speak
they
Spanish
did
at
not
black
You
speak
can
people?
only-
Spanish. But I was
Is that even
Oh.
6
racist?
years old.
Your understanding was anyone that's white speaks English.
Yes.
Everyone else speaks Spanish.
Yes,
Right.
because when you're little, like you don't understand.
That's
like,
what
you
my
can't-
Uncle Strom Thurmond taught me.
You can't
I love his
differentiate.
highway.
So when I was in Missouri,
Fast forward to the Missouri Zoo. She's talking to
no,
a...
I was at the grocery.
Spanish
I
to a
would be at the
gorilla.
grocery store.
Thank you for saying
There we
it.
go.
Yeah, I knew she was going to get
I got it.
I
I'm
will
sorry.
let you have it.
Thank you, buddy.
I would literally walk up to
We got to
people.
balance out.
I would.
Oh fuck.
I would literally go to people.
That
like,
gorilla
speaking-
speaks English. What's wrong with you?
I'm all este
Speaks
puto.
He
ASL.
speaks. Yeah, God damn it. Motherfucker! Now you're taking him from me.
I know. Oh, fuck. All right.
Motherfucker paints. You're speaking Spanish?
I like how quick you were definitely not going to say sign language.
Both
you were
times I had
definitely
beer
gonna
in my
say
throat.
ASL, dude.
I was gonna say sign language.
Oh, you were? Okay, all right. Well,
you had the better
ASL 's
one, so
better.
you
okay.
get it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Okay, sorry. We cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Sorry, we're doing bits.
No, but when I was little,
Podcast is for us.
like I'm in Missouri, and my like at the time I was 6 years old.
Right.
It was like white people who are as white as me speak English. Everyone else speaks Spanish. I'm in Missouri,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going up to people and
I get
speaking
it.
to them in Spanish,
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
and they're like,
Yeah, as a
know,
white
my
Native
mom was, like,
American, I would point with my
snatching
lips
me,
to black
like-
people. I don't know.
Mom was like, God fucking damn it. We moved in our house. I was like, where are the maid's quarters? She was like, stop talking. Please stop talking. Like, I
Did
was
the
very,
servants live under us?
I was culturally very confused. Like,
Yeah.
I wasn't just like this, like, oh, like I was very, like, I did not understand. So I was very
Like you're
weird.
walking up to black people on the street and saying
Speaking
repair man
Spanish.
in Spanish.
No, I would just like speak to them, like
Which
for me,
handyman
it was
service do you
normal.
work for? Like that kind
I
of
would
thing.
be like, oh, ¿qué pasando? And they'd
do
be
they,
like,
fuck?
They'd be
What are you
like,
doing?
Is your kid having a seizure? My mom was like, get the fuck in the car. Like,
and completely her
steal
fault
from
that
a
you're like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because they didn't
Why are you like
realize-
this?
Yeah. Well, they didn't realize.
Your parents
like,
screaming at you
because
why you
both
like
my
this.
parents are like, they
Look
spoke
back.
English their
3 fingers pointing
entire
back,
life.
all right?
They always spoke, so they didn't understand that like I didn't get
Right.
the difference. So then when we moved back to America, and I was like, oh, anyone who has dark skin speaks Spanish. My mom was like, you're fucking embarrassing me everywhere we go. Like, shut the fuck up. I'd be like, oh,
Mami, ¿qué pasa?
yeah.
I don't think anybody that actually like enjoys culture. Do you know what I mean? Like anybody, like if you're doing like surface level Gabriel Iglesias level like dipshit humor, which is fine. There's a place for that in the world. Whatever. I don't like it, but if you're trying to do that shit, then you're gonna run into problems if you're trying to like, make a statement about, how, just because I'm a hot girl doesn't mean I don't know what it's like to be, isolated or whatever, or confused. Like, do you know Kat Marnell?
Weird left turn.
Well, no, she was
I
like
feel like he's going somewhere.
she was like,
Do you feel it? All right.
I mean, like, lived down the street from like 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, like parents incredibly wealthy, like private schools and shit, and she was a writer for Vogue, and like she worked for like Condé Nast, right? It's like beauty, like glamour and shit. It's like beauty magazines, but she was also
Cosmo shit.
she's also a fucking insane person because she was completely neglected by her family, and so she's like was running around New York with graffiti writers, spoken PCP, and she's amazing. She's like a great writer.
It's basically Havoc.
Yeah.
See that movie?
No, but I know what you're talking about. It's like that, yeah. But like, I don't. She just is
still
that
going somewhere?
that level
He
of.
is not getting to the point, but I get where
What
you're
I'm
coming from.
saying is that like there's nothing about like growing up with a certain level of like privilege, whether it's like being like coming from money or being attractive. Because Kat Marnell's hot as fuck, but she's still like a fucking,
She's a crazy
She's
person.
a crazy person. She's like the Hunter S.
Psycho.
Thompson of beauty magazines. It's
Yeah.
fucking insane.
People, based
She
on the way you
snorted
look,
bath
will
salts on a
treat
video
you.
for Jane XO. She
fucking A.
fucking rules. You know what I mean?
Your level of attractiveness trying to kind of like puts an idea in people's heads of how your life has been and how you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
But if you're a good
they
artist,
see-
I think
they
that's...
see someone, they're like,
past it.
oh, looking at her, she's this.
Yeah.
So they don't
But
trust
she definitely didn't
that
speak
you're
Spanish when she was
anything-
6 years old.
Yeah,
That
they're
kind of
like, oh, like she's from America, like she just grew up in the burbs, and I'm like,
and
I
even
didn't speak English till I was 6. Like I'm
like
weird.
even
I'm
if they
weird.
accept that you've had fucked up shit in your childhood or in your past, they're like, well, all the things that you get from being attractive and having money, that makes up for it, But everyone has fucking weird trauma,
Well, and I think there is a difference. Like, not to be like feminism on you, but like for a man,
No,
like,
it's a feminist podcast.
Yeah.
but like with men, it's like, oh, like he had this.
Yeah, tell
thing-
Oshee what it's like to be a man.
He went through this
Yeah, I need
thing.
to
Like,
know.
I feel bad for him, but like with a female, it's like, oh, she went through something, but like she still has this, so fuck her. Like it isn't like
Right. Well, that's
doesn't
what I'm
have the
getting at with like
same-
the Kat Marnell thing is that anybody that knows like good culture, I think, or interesting culture, or is in that vein, I don't think you have to like the people that you have to explain yourself to are the people that are kind of going to dismiss you right off the bat.
Yeah.
It's like that's actually kind of an advantage because that dismisses them from your audience, from your future audience, where you're like, I could just on it, like I try to look at whatever my shortcomings are like on stage or like however I look or however I come off or whatever my material does. Like if you don't like it, that's fine. I think of it just as a filtration system. It's like I'm not gonna get you. You're gonna hate me, but that's fine. The guy behind you, I'm gonna like he's gonna dig what I do.
Yeah,
you
he's
know
gonna
what I
get
mean?
it.
Yeah.
So it's
What was her name? Kat Marnell, you said?
Kat Marnell.
If you didn't look at her byline, you'd just think it was good writing. That kind of thing.
Yeah, dude.
If you didn't see her
and she's
jacket picture.
She's like been to rehab several times. She burned off her hair, so she has to wear wigs now.
Nice.
And I'm still madly in love with her. She's a fucking psycho.
Still into it.
Yeah, and
She's like a chick that's openly doing bath salts. That's
Yeah,
your
of course
type.
you like her.
yeah, fuck yeah, yes.
That's
yeah.
not that hard to find.
Okay. Well, that
But is
that
she
hot-
also a
really-
good writer?
I need a good writer. I need her to do.
Give a
bath
chick
salts.
on
She
bath
has to do
salts a
bath
pen.
salts, and she can write.
Yeah, it'll be transcendent
I don't know
shit.
if you ever read If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, but if you give a chick on bath salts a pen, she's going to start writing.
She's
If
gonna
you
write
give a
about
junkie
her.
bath salts.
Yeah.
I actually, when I was younger, I had a similar issue where
You were
every
beautiful.
time I saw fat people when I was a kid, like I thought I would start speaking Japanese.
Sumo.
I thought they were sumo wrestlers. Yeah.
Oh fuck. That's fun.
No, he would. He would never talk to Japanese people.
Yeah,
yeah,
why would you
thank
do
you.
that? They're the enemy. He's stuck in 1940.
I don't know if Japanese is tonal. Japanese is apparently hard to learn. Chinese is tonal and hard to learn. Where you gotta speak,
Yeah.
you gotta say the words at the right pitch.
Yeah,
All
like
that.
if you say Jean wrong, like you say it in the wrong tone.
Yeah.
I know some
It either
Chinese.
means hello or it means
I know
fuck your
Chinese
mother.
for It's nigga 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 nigga.
All right.
Oh, that
all right.
song by ODB and that other guy. That Two Live Crew song.
Yeah, I know Wu Tang Clan.
I like listening to Vietnamese. That accent. It's like a very. It's like
It
choppy
sounds like
and
singing a little bit.
weird. Yeah, it's like.
I
I can't do it. I should. As soon as I
Oh, I
started
can
doing it, I was
do
like,
any
please don't
fake
do it.
Asian.
Can you?
That made me uncomfortable. What you just did.
Can you do?
I'm a cultural phenomenon.
do
all right?
Vietnamese real quick. Just can you?
No, I already did it. No, I only need to do it once. No, they got that sound bite clean. It's good.
Oshee, can you do pots and pans falling down the staircase?
Bang, ay.
For some reason, you start
That
doing
sounded
that like
Weirdly
Bali
Native
chant or
American, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's my Indian side coming out.
Yeah.
I grew up on a reservation. I don't
He's
know
a
if I've told
Native
everyone.
In
American.
India?
Yeah. I grew up on Bhagwan's compound.
Yeah, he used to work at a casino in India.
I'm actually one generation away from being enough Cherokee to get free college.
You're a
Fuck your
16th?
Cherokee.
Okay.
If it went by blood quantum, no one would be Cherokee. All right. You could just join, like the same way that you can just say I'm a feminist. You could just say I'm a Cherokee and not have to actually prove.
Isn't that
yourself.
what?
No. Like,
Isn't that what,
I have
Elizabeth
my
Warren did?
lineage.
Isn't that what Elizabeth Warren did with feminism?
Yeah,
she just
pretty
said
much.
she was that, and then
She said
everybody
I'm a
was like,
feminist, and then
people were like,
Trump called her
okay,
I'm an idiot.
Pocahontas.
I'll buy in that.
The difference between the two things is being a feminist is like an ideology.
And kind of so is
being
Cherokee,
Native
dude.
American and a Cherokee is
Listen, growing up on the res in Montana, they're like, "Oh, you're Cherokee? That's the white in me. That's my white ancestry. Is my Cherokee side."
Well, you're like a fourth wave Cherokee.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where you didn't get in, back
No,
when
I'm
it was
culturally
actually about
appropriating for
something.
sure. But I am Sioux Nation. I am Grovant. It's a French name. I know it's really weird.
Are you Sue?
Yeah, I mean technically, Sioux is like it's like an umbrella term, and it's a bunch of tribes that banded together. To
There's
fight
like Lakota,
Mohawks and shit.
Ogallala.
Yeah.
To fight what?
The Mohawks or whoever was from the south trying
Mohawks
to
is
kill
an
them.
actual
Cheyenne.
tribe?
Yeah, that's literally a Native American word.
Oh, okay. I didn't
The
know
what?
that. I didn't know that was a tribe.
Yeah,
What's that?
The Mohawks.
Mohicans.
Yeah, the Mohicans.
Yeah, there's a movie. Daniel Day-Lewis is there.
Yeah, white people
Daniel
have been
Day-Lewis plays
famous
a
The
in
Native
Native
last of the
American.
Mohicans.
What's that?
A white person plays.
Yeah,
I
dude.
thought that was
A
Mel
Native
Gibson.
American.
Paul Mooney
No,
had
it's
that.
definitely Daniel Day-Lewis.
What's the one Mel Gibson was? Where he was
Braveheart.
No,
Yes.
Fake Native American Braveheart? Yeah. That's the
Oh,
movie.
Passion of the Christ.
That
I'm
was
sorry.
it.
he
Yeah,
played a
that
Roman
was a
centurion.
great Native American.
He spoke at Cena and
Yeah.
dead language. Yeah. What did he speak in? No, Mel Gibson wasn't even in that. I'm an idiot.
In what?
I was thinking of
Passion the
Apocalypto.
No, he was in Passion of the Christ.
Yeah, he played
What was he in?
Christ.
He was Pontius Pilate.
No, he played one of the Rome.
He was Jesus himself.
He was
You
one of
guys are
the.
rocking my world.
He was one of the centurions. He really was in it. Mel
Yeah.
Gibson was in it. He
Yeah.
was one of the.
He
one
wore
of the
those weird
guards
like
that,
shrimp plated
nailed
armor.
in one of the.
Yeah.
He nailed the hand of
He's like Hitchcock
Oh,
just
Jim
showing up.
Caviezel.
He's not the. Are you not entertained?
Caviezel, that's the guy. He spoke Aramaic.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
Russell
I'm thinking of,
Peters.
Are you not entertained?
You mixed up the Gladiator with Passion of the Christ.
Russell
Yeah.
Brand. I get it.
That fucking
What
rules.
is the actual difference?
Listen, I fell asleep during Passion of the Christ and Gladiator came on. All right.
You're thinking
Seems
of
similar.
David Hasselhoff eating Wendy's off
Right.
the floor. It's a very similar scene.
But it
You're thinking of
wasn't.
Rock of Love.
Oh.
That's what you're thinking of.
Nice.
Okay.
These are all my references. I'm done now.
Yeah.
I've got David Hasselhoff and Rock of Love, and then I get another beer.
Start
Rock
to
of
peter
Love
out.
is- I'm befuddled.
That was the one where it was the rock star, the dude in Poison who was dating. He
Yeah.
like
Oh,
they were,
yeah,
like
it was
30
probably
Oh, the
when
guy
he
that
was-
wore a bandana with hair attached? That guy?
Yes. It was like after Flavor of Love.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly. It was a spin-off
his
of Flavor
clock.
of Love. Wow, this is great. Flavor
Yeah.
of Love, which was a spin-off of all the Bachelor and all that.
I love
Yeah.
that the dudes from Public Enemy are still like, you need to take us seriously on our politics. It's like one of the guys in your band was on Flavor was
He had his own
what
MTV
the,
love
what the
show.
fuck are you talking about?
We're not going to ever
Yeah,
say
he
anything.
did
Listen,
New York was
Farrakhan
her
can
name?
be discredited on his own merit, but the fact that Flavor Flav likes it.
Flavor of
It's just-
Farrakhan
you're
would be
putting
a
it
great
over the
show where we try to hook
He's all
Farrakhan up.
Flavor
You know what that flavor is?
Flav.
Chocolate.
It's just
By the
Farrakhan
way-
calling a bunch of white girls Jews.
By the way, one of the lesser mentioned detriments of the pandemic is there's no reality TV right now.
Oh, you're right.
No reality
There's
TV.
not-
This is
no,
why
there
we're
is.
all
That's
upset.
Not right. That's
No, there
incorrect.
is.
What is there?
So there's Real Housewives of Potomac. The Bachelorette just started.
Bunch of fake native
And
houses.
literally they're all up there with
filming-
masks when he's giving them a rose,
No,
or what?
no. So they all got tested before they went to
Okay.
the Bachelor.
I got a fake
Oh
test.
yeah, I saw some
I didn't
commercial.
watch The Bachelorette. I've never been into that show.
I saw some commercial where a guy
Really?
was like, "I'd expect
don't-
us
it
from the
doesn't do anything
oldest
for you?
Bachelorette ever." And I was
Did
like,
you ever
"Fuck."
like?
Not pulling punches?
Did you ever like Real World or MTV
I
reality
liked
shows?
Real World.
You guys like Real World Road Rules?
Challenge?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do.
can't
love
fucking
it.
say that.
I love that shit.
Like Jersey Shore.
That's a
I
tongue
liked.
twister.
Wasn't Christina
But
P
I've
in it?
never been into The Bachelorette.
I think
Yeah.
she was.
Supposedly.
I think Theo Vaughn was a Road Rules guy.
No, he was
Okay,
Big Brother,
hold on,
wasn't he?
hold on. Jersey Shore.
We're getting
Yes.
to.
You
all
do
right.
like Jersey Shore. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not.
All right,
fucking
fine.
hated
You can be
Jersey
on the show
Moron.
still. Not a moron.
good.
Of course I
Dude,
love
that
Jersey
show
Shore.
is. It was.
It was
TV
great.
gold.
It was great TV.
I watched
it's
Snooki get punched in
amazing.
the face, and I never saw another
The
episode.
Snooki punch is the best thing that's ever happened.
That's the best premiere of
in
reality TV ever. Yeah.
It was. I mean, not that she should have gotten punched, obviously, but
Oh, I think so.
but it was still like the TV of it. It was just so.
Italian girls
fucking
can
good.
take a punch, dude.
Yeah.
It ain't a problem.
Come
I
on.
don't worry
Yeah.
about
She's Sicilian. She gets it.
She
Yeah,
was
fuck
just. It was just so out of nowhere.
Yeah, that was
Because
ridiculous.
I actually, so it's on Hulu. So I was like watching like the old, like the first season a while ago, and like that's
Okay.
like that, like when that happens, and like the guy was.
Dude, she got punched so hard, her baby has CTE. It's crazy.
that. That was gonna happen either way.
yeah.
Yeah,
If you watch that
Didn't help.
episode, it's
nuts.
It's 30 minutes of Pauly D being like, "Yo, she took that punch like a champ, bro." And then the situation's like, "Yeah, dude, chick can take a punch."
No, they all,
She took
none
that
of
punch
them
like a shot of
did
Jaeger. She was-
anything. It was literally
She took that punch
No,
like
they
I
didn't
do
do
anyway.
anything. They didn't do
buying
anything.
shots from them, and
Yeah.
then she's like, "Oh, we gotta keep buying our shots." And like someone bought shots, and that guy took all of them, and then she says something to him, and he's just like, "Bah!"
Yeah,
And
like,
they're just like
pretty
they
quick.
don't show anything.
there
No,
was
you don't see
like
anything.
so much lead up and like advertisements for Snooki gets punched in the fucking face. But if you just watch the episode, it really does come out of nowhere. There's no lead up. That guy is fucking insane.
No, he was literally just stealing their alcohol.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "You're taking my booze," and he's like, "Bah!" And everyone was just like, "What the fuck?" She's like in the bathroom
awesome.
crying. It's like all white. Everything's white in this bathroom. But, do you rewatch?
Is it the
Jersey
first
Shore?
episode?
It's the first season.
I'll watch
It's
it.
like into the
I have
like, the
Hulu.
end of it. But like rewatching it, like
A quick reading from Jersey Shore 312. When Snooki hath gone to the bar
And
the man was on
and then
pills.
you have like
then
Ronnie
that
and
bitch
Sam
ass stole
fighting. That
shots.
shit is so fucking funny to me.
Oh, it's great.
She's like,
It's
"Who
great.
is that, Ron?"
So you
Ron.
just named a couple things. There's a Real Housewives and a Bachelorette, but I mean, reality TV is all this country is really good for.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we're not doing it right now because whatever, you can't be
They are.
socially
They're
distanced. or
filming
whatever.
a lot though.
They are.
We had Love on the Spectrum that came out during the pandemic.
Hell yeah.
Spectrum.
They're
Is that on
filming.
TLC? What is that on Discovery?
Netflix.
It's like a case study.
They're
That
Is
shit's
that on
awesome.
Animal Planet? Love
Yeah,
on the
they're like
Spectrum.
animals.
Now from Animal
Love
Planet.
They don't deserve human rights.
It just becomes it's like half safari shows and then half mentally challenged kids reality TV.
It's
Yeah,
weird how the History Channel is just people that
Dude, I
drive
can't-
trucks and sell shit.
I can't believe you haven't
Yeah,
watched
exactly.
it.
It's like
I
what
watch
happened to History Channel.
Every show
Those
that is
that don't
about
know
autistic
history
people,
are doomed to
I
repeat
watch.
it.
Can I just?
Well, TLC was
Wait.
the learning
That's-
channel,
that's-
and it turned into
Are
whatever.
you ready
Tender
for
Love and
a
Care.
my Jersey Shore.
hilarious story? So for one of my psychology courses, we had to like take this test, and it was like an autism spectrum, like where are you at? So the test was
Yeah,
like,
where are you at?
you're in
Where
LA.
you be, girl?
So if you were 30 and above, you're on the spectrum.
Nice.
29 below, you're not.
I want to get
I
69.
think it
Are
was
they
like
talking
to
about
30
you or your eggs?
No, they're
'Cause
talking about like
that's how those work
that's,
too,
The
by the
test
way.
was like that
Interesting
was
though
like
that
the
there is a
grading.
number because,
Yeah.
like, what if
Yeah.
Of course, there's a number.
So,
the
but-
autistic love numbers.
But what I mean is, like, if you're 29,
Play so much Sudoku.
like, imagine are you 29?
Yes.
You're
so
29.
I took this test for my
You
class.
are 29.
And I
Fucking
scored
knew
a
it.
You were
29.
right.
Borderline
You're-
retarded.
And I was like, I'm not autistic, but aren't I? Like literally, like it was.
You're
like,
29.
I got 29.
Oh wow.
So you're,
And 30 plus was like you're
you
on
got
the spectrum.
borderline,
What's
and then
this-
your mom had to fuck a principal so you could go
I
to
think that's
school.
just.
Oh, my mom did
I think
not
that's just
fucking
rude,
okay.
isn't it? Like
This is a Forrest Gump.
Yeah, I was like, I did not need to learn this in the lesson today.
pre-autism
Huh?
is just rude. Like
Yeah,
that's
I
all
was
that
like,
is.
I was like,
Yeah, you're just an asshole.
I was like,
Yeah, that's why you got a 29
But
right there.
keep in mind, when I was in 3rd grade, the school counselor called my mom and told my mom that I had Tourette's.
Hold on. By the way, I just want to point this out that I would bet if we sat here for an hour or two and watched some autistic reality TV, we would see an autistic guy wearing that hat. Like
Yeah.
it would for sure, dude.
So good.
Like no question in my
Yeah,
mind.
but he just likes Indiana Jones.
He's just wandering around a GameStop with an armful of Funko Pops.
No, I was like, I got the results and I was
He
like,
brought his own
I
cart.
was
They don't
like,
have
no.
carts there.
I was like, this
Where'd
shit
you get that card?
tracks. But like I was saying, like 3rd grade, the school counselor calls my mom, tells my mom, which is illegal, that I have Tourette's. Because as a school worker, you cannot diagnose.
Obviously.
So you cannot call someone's. My mom was a teacher, so
Teachers
she knew
shouldn't
that.
be able to watch children unsupervised, let
Yeah.
alone diagnose them with mental illness.
They should
So
have
she
battle buddy
literally
teams.
called my mom and was like, "Your daughter has Tourette's. Like, I just want you to know." And my mother was like, "All right, taking you to the doctor. Something makes sense." Takes me to the
You're not
doctor,
right.
and the doctor
Listen,
was
he's
like,
probably wrong, but something's going on.
No, the doctor was like, "Are you stupid or are you dumb? Like, she doesn't have Tourette's. Like, what do you mean?" She was
Yeah.
like, I was trying to help, like, explain her behavior.
Yeah.
And the doctor was like, she does not have Tourette's. Like, you're just a moron.
No, that was the whole thing. Is like they like
Was she like, well, why does she speak Spanish at the blacks?
No, it was like in 3rd. I had stopped.
not everybody's Dominican. Come on.
Yeah. And then the doctor's like, I think you have Tourette's, ma'am.
Literally, my mom believed the counselor. Like, my mom was like, "Oh yeah, this makes sense." And my doctor was like, "You see her every night. Like, does she just scream for no reason? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, she doesn't have Tourette's.
She's
just
a
an
29
asshole."
on the autism scale.
No, dude, they should have
hilarious.
like some
That's kind of crazy.
way of
Yeah.
You were
differentiating.
literally right on the line.
the border.
You're on the autism tightrope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
It
walking.
makes,
precipice.
it makes sense
trying to every day just 1 inch
I
away
wish
from
you
falling
would
into
step
a
back from
chasm.
that ledge, my friend.
You could.
We
never
could
make eye contact.
make eye
Time
contact.
to realize that faces mean some things.
I had to turn in
there
my
it is.
score to my class.
And if you would not look at me in the eyes, I
I'd-
could understand.
But you can't.
But you can't.
I had to turn that into my class.
It's called Third Eye Doesn't Look at Faces.
Third eye would prefer no eyes.
Third Eye Avoidant.
Third eye blind to emotion.
Third eye blind to
Here we go. We
social
needed an
cues.
episode title.
Third eye blind to social cues. That was me. And will forever be me.
I feel like I had a teacher pull my mom into the school and was like, I think he has it's like petit mal epilepsy, which is like
petit mal?
Yeah. So it's
What
like
is that?
it's like basically like where you're like.
Oh, you have those weird walk around.
Your neurons fire off
seizures?
like at random, and they like basically crash into each other, and then you just stop and stare off into space or whatever.
Yeah, you don't like seize and fall on the ground, but you just
Right.
look weird for 20
Exactly.
minutes.
Yeah, you just go. "Whoa."
There's just a long pause in the podcast where we're all staring at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that happened a couple times.
And then you bring up Nietzsche for no reason. But
Motherfucker talks about the Ubermensch every day.
yeah, they tested me for petit mal epilepsy, and they were like, you don't show the symptoms of it, like they do a whatever.
Yeah, EKG
or
can
whatever.
definitely tell.
They were like, yeah, you don't have that. You probably just have ADHD, which I like. The older I get, I do actually lean towards like I probably do have ADHD, or like that's probably the closest to a proper diagnosis of what I
Yeah.
have. But
that's
also,
just
it's like
an
there
umbrella
should be
term.
just a little sliver on the chart where they're like, maybe you're just a cunt. Like maybe you just
Yeah.
don't like listening to people, and like you're self-absorbed.
Yeah,
You know what I
sometimes
mean?
if you just have
because that's what I
temperament
am. I think
issues.
more than
Well,
more
if
than
they had a
anything else.
pill for self-absorbed, I mean, we could make a lot of money right now.
It's called
What
wanna
is the
come up with a
Adderall,
what's the
dude.
opposite
Yeah.
of cocaine?
What is a pill of self-absorption? Like,
Adderall.
No, it's to cure
that's-
self-absorption.
no, I
It
take
makes you
that.
think
I
about
meant-
yourself
yeah,
too
no.
much.
Yeah,
No, Adderall just makes you want to clean shit.
hell yeah, I love cleaning shit. It fucking rules.
Nice.
I think I have ADD. I just love to clean shit.
I do.
I only feel normal when I snort drugs. Is that weird?
Yeah,
I have a real predilection for snorting speed.
yeah.
I think I might have a disease.
Not the one you think.
Another one of the-
Homosexuality is not a disease. All right, Oshee.
They took it out of the DSM the last
Last May.
volume.
Homosexuality?
They took it out?
It's been out of the DSM for like
Since like the 70s, I
yeah,
thought.
for a long fucking time.
Yeah, but we're on the DSM-5.
I thought we were on DSM-6 already.
Is it?
I don't know.
That might be right. But they removed
I haven't got the
it.
new issue of DSM, so
Oh, yeah.
I'm waiting for New Comic Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like fucking
No,
AOL.
waiting for the
I've been in
Scholastic
therapy
Book
for
Fair to
so
come around
long.
again.
Man, I should have. I really should talk to someone.
I've been in therapy since I was 11. And
What
I
they don't
still
tell you
go
about the
Did your nanny take
DSM,
you?
what they don't tell you about the DSM is they actually plan for it to become obsolete. So they put
Yeah.
little bugs in the text so that over
They put
time,
little bugs under your skin that only you can see.
Tiny little bugs.
Oh, fuck.
No, there's some whack
Like a
ass shit.
Facebook update.
We've
the
got
DSM.
7 DSMs. We're still Bible version 1.0. What's happening?
No, you have King
still King James.
You have-
I guess
you
you
have
know
the
King James. You're right,
Yeah.
King James, and then we have the simple English.
I
And then you have the Mormon
Septuagint.
Bible.
I only read it in Greek.
That's true. Okay, we've got a few versions
Yeah.
of the Bible.
There's-
but when's the I mean, it's due for a update. We should
The
it should be
Pope-
open source.
the Pope
I want
just
open source
Kanye
Bible.
West is writing a book of hymns. How dare you?
The Pope.
The
was
Book
just
of
like,
Ye.
He's like, gay marriage is dope. That was the Pope.
Yeah? In Italian, though?
I know he's so progressive.
No, in Latin.
Gay marriage.
Well, he's.
Gay marriage is
he's
just
not-
a fucking sick.
Where is he
It's
from?
a fucking
good
gross.
way.
What's that?
It's just a personally. It fucking,
Where's the Pope
fucking
from?
grosses me out.
Yeah.
Where is Pope Francis from?
Who cares?
All
He's
right,
from
let's
South
move on.
America, though.
Pope Francis?
Huh? I thought.
I thought he was Venezuelan. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, Venezuela. That's South
He's
America.
white as hell, dude.
They're a white Venezuelan.
Oh, he's one of those Nazi.
Exactly.
One of those Nazi Argentinian popes.
People
we've been hearing about.
Anywhere.
Oh, my grandparents are from Germany. Are they now?
Yeah, no, he's
We know.
like.
You know where the Pope
reversed.
comes from? Where all the good cocaine comes from. Weird.
Olivia?
What do you think's in that hat?
What this?
Why do you think all his clothes are white?
True story. One of my cousins is a priest.
What did he do?
Okay.
Oh, that was the end of the story?
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Yeah, that
it's
was a
just-
true story.
we're-
Not a lot of
we're
details.
literally-
That's all I can remember.
I'm calling bullshit.
No, we're
That's
literally.
My
bullshit
cousin was a
story.
priest,
We
and then I
are-
woke up and I was 18.
We are the same age,
Uh-huh.
and he's
Perfect
a priest,
cover.
and I'm a shit show. So we're very different.
Yeah, you're
But
the same
no,
person.
I
Maybe you
understand.
found
It's
God.
funny because like people talk about priests, they're like, "Ew, like,
Why won't
would
he
you do that?"
molest
Yeah.
me? And you're like, come on, stop
But
being so narcissistic.
having grown
Yeah.
up with him, like
Don't be such a
his
slut.
parents' marriage was very like, ugh. So I understand like why he made that choice because he's very similar to his dad and didn't ever want to like be his dad. Does that make sense? But like literally, like he's gone to Rome, he's met the priest, like the
Pope?
the
The
Pope, yeah, whatever. The priesty,
It's the
which
priest,
I
but
am
both
not
are capitalized.
Catholic, like.
The
But it's
priest.
so weird. Like we did like a last Easter.
He went to Rome. He met The Rock. He's on WWE tonight.
He went to the Vatican.
No,
he had a
we-
conversation with
last
Sting.
Easter we did like a family like Zoom,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Is Taryn drinking like mimosas?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I am." And he's like, "Good, I'm drinking scotch." And I was like, "Throw some holy water in it." And he's just so weird because we're the
Cuts
same
the
ig,
scotch
and
with holy
he's like a
water.
cool
Catholics are
fucking
pagan
person.
drunks. They're,
But he just
yeah, they don't
They
give
get
a
paid to give people wine. They're
Dude,
all
they've been
alcoholics.
dude,
Yeah.
they hit a massive child fucking conspiracy. The fact that they're drinking booze, I'm not surprised by at all. Like,
oh no. Well,
Gotta
but
take the
but
edge
that's
off.
thing, I was like, usually when you think like, why would you be a priest? It's like because you're a creep. But
right, but
his circumstance like makes me understand like because there's a bazillion
how
zillion
do,
priests.
how do we have a spectrum test for autism, but we don't have a spectrum test for Catholicism?
Pedophilia?
Because the
But I
spectrum
repeat
is.
You
Do
mean
you feel like
pedophilia?
Jesus
You
is
are a
right?
priest. We need to lock you up.
Yeah.
Listen, you're a 29.
29 on
good.
the priest scale. That means
Not
that
good.
you get excited when you hear the ice cream truck jingle. And
We're going to preemptively move you, okay?
Yeah. They're like, we're not going to give you altar boys.
If you log
Don't
into
do
this
it.
site, you can see if anyone in your neighborhood is a priest.
But like they're trying to like move back from that.
Oh,
They're
I
trying to move
imagine.
away from the boy fucking? I would hope so.
No, they're trying to move away from like the fact that like they can't have wives and whatever. Because it's inviting people who are
Wait, can't,
predatory
like,
to have positions of power.
I think Eastern Orthodox or whatever, like they can have wives, right?
Yeah.
Some of them can.
I think
yeah.
the Greek priests.
Dude, I like Greek Orthodox. Like, if I go back to church, that might be the.
Well,
that
they have
might
a
be the
whole
move.
different Easter
They're rad.
counting dates.
What?
Why are you
just
making
cool.
that an option?
They're just cool, dude.
Okay.
They're just cool. Like cool shit, dude. You want to eat mushrooms and go to church, dude?
You're a
I
crypto-Catholic.
don't eat mushrooms.
I'm not a
until
crypto Catholic, and that hurts my feelings, dude.
Is
You're
there some
thinking
alt-right
about
thing? What is
exit
that? I've never
plans
heard
for
of it.
I've only
religion.
looked up Dora the Explorer on DeviantArt a couple times. I don't.
It was for boots.
It was. It was for boots.
Okay, explain to me.
It was
I don't
boots
know.
and the map. It was nothing to do with Dora.
Yeah, I want to fuck map. That's not.
I don't know. This is
Swiper,
interesting to me.
swiper,
What
no swiping.
What is a
Swiping.
crypto
Keep
Catholic?
swiping.
Swipe.
Secret Catholic. Secret Catholic.
Oh, just a closet Catholic.
Yeah, he's saying I'm a closet Catholic, and I'm
yeah.
saying no. I don't like Catholicism, but what I've seen from like Eastern Orthodox or Greek Orthodox, I do actually like. They seem like pretty fucking cool.
No, it's just because all Greek men are just like bros.
Yeah.
They're just ultra lads. They kick ass.
Yeah.
They just drink coffee all day and fucking hang out at a cafe and
Is that
never
what
talk to their wives.
They go to Lindsay Lohan's beach club.
Baklava, bro. You don't like baklava?
Kid, you don't like nuts and flaky bread
Yeah, you
and
don't like-
honey? Come on.
Okay, you don't like walnuts?
Dude.
What are we doing?
You don't like dessert that gives you a sore throat the first bite?
You don't like fucking pastries? Come on.
You don't like lamb, dude?
Shit's puffy.
Shit's puffy.
It's a
I actually-
pastry.
I've hated baklava my whole life, and then I've had a good one, but they're generally so fucking dry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
terrible.
you gotta have a pro.
I'm
You don't
not
get
a
the
big
shit with like the
sweets
honey that's
person.
just congealed at the bottom.
It needs a lot of honey.
You gotta flip it over and eat it from the bottom.
Oh, this is fat
Yeah.
kid
Word,
advice.
Yeah.
Eat
Flip
it
it
from
over
the
and
bottom.
eat
This
it
is
from
also
the
why I
bottom.
have sex with
Put
women.
some mayonnaise on it.
Flip
Dip
it
it in
over,
mayonnaise.
eat it from the bottom.
I'm not a sweets person. It's just not for me.
That's we have olives and stuff.
Leave.
I don't know.
You don't like sweets. You don't like The Bachelorette.
No.
You have autism.
Yeah.
I know.
You're
I
29.
literally said
You have
that.
girl
You're
autism.
29.
29 out of
Girl
30 is like
girl
the-
autism. You love funny hats. You're autistic. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It
Never.
made-
You identify with
literally,
Pharrell.
I got
I get
those
it.
results and I was like, I'm upset, yet
Somehow
Relieved.
unable
You had
to,
to
I
be
feel
relieved.
better.
somehow
Like,
unable to feel attachment to that emotion.
Yeah, I was like, dude, I am
I
the
think
weirdest.
I'm upset.
I am the weirdest bitch
I'm
right
pretty
now.
sure.
It literally must have been one question between a 29 and a 30, right?
Yeah.
So it would be funny to find that one question that you're a 20 that you're.
That I
was
not
probably a
autistic.
maybe.
Nailed it. I nailed it on that one question.
I'm not so sure.
I am not. So
I
sure.
think you kind of got every question wrong. That's why you're
When
29.
your mom is
Yo,
talking,
by the way-
what
by
are
the way-
you looking at? And you said her pocket.
By the way, dude, if you had to answer two questions differently, you'd be Nanette right now, dude. You'd be rocking a buzz cut and complaining about a comedy scene that doesn't exist. You know what I mean? You'd be-
Complaining about fucking Picasso
really-
for some reason.
because it
For some
frustrates me.
bizarre
Some
reason.
weird reason.
I get so
Nothing to fucking
annoyed
do.
because like other comics, I'm like, no, I'm like awkward. They're like, no, you're not. I'm like, no. I'm awkward.
I think that's the
Well,
difference. Like most comics think they're autistic because they don't have self-confidence. They're like,
Right.
I'm weird around people. Autistic people don't know the concept of confidence. Like they don't understand.
They,
that you
do,
should
they understand
believe in yourself.
they don't understand confidence nor anxiety particularly.
No, yeah.
It's
But you
like,
know what they
it's
do
all
understand? Time.
just
They understand time very deeply. I was working with a guy last night in Colorado Springs who is like, comedians joke that they're autistic, and then every so often you meet a guy who you're like, you are
Oh,
in
boy,
it.
you.
You don't
You're autistic.
live here. You don't like he's looking above everyone's head constantly. I tried to follow him around and catch his eyes, and you can't even do it. You can't do it.
I just imagine some dude that's like slightly socially awkward, and he just in the distance sees Alan going.
No, dude. I mean, maybe, but this
And they're
guy
like, sums
this
up with
guy-
that guy.
Fuck! What's going on?
Look, I hang out with you. If you want to talk about slightly socially awkward, this guy literally is in a different time zone and
Yeah.
but he's also maybe a savant or whatever. You can tell that he's
No,
intelligent.
listen. Autistic people like
A lot of them are.
are capable of obviously doing. They're as capable as anybody of like doing great and valuable things.
They can
you
read
know.
one page with their right eye and the other page with their left. Yeah.
Well, but they've also done.
Sometimes I don't want to hug. You know what I
They've
mean?
done
And I like.
studies on like the way that men and women like will be affected.
Did you guys
and-
know that men and women are different?
Yeah.
No,
Well, like
that's a
men
rumor.
who are
That's a
autistic,
myth.
Social
like they
construct.
will,
Social
Okay.
construct.
Never
they'll
mind.
avoid
Men and women
social.
don't exist. Never mind.
But like women, like they won't shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, they're very like chatty. And
This
like,
sounds
they
like a
don't
men
know
and
their
women are different joke
boundaries,
for
like-
sure.
It is, but like with
These
autism, like,
bitches.
These are bitches be like.
I just got home from work. Fucking give me a sandwich.
and like
I don't wanna
I'm
hear
like,
about your day.
I will not shut the fuck up sometimes.
Dude, I think it's just being a comic. Comics never shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, it's because
Some do.
here's why.
Those aren't real comics.
Here's why.
They're not funny.
They
We
are unfunny people.
we like our ejaculate comes out, and so it's out of us after that.
The poison is gone.
You come in, so you just have to keep talking.
Right. You gotta get
it's
all that
still in
kinetic
there.
energy out.
It never goes anywhere.
Yeah.
It never goes anywhere. Us, we literally,
No,
a
it
guy
does.
comes, he will shut the fuck up.
In a
Yeah.
perfect world, all that energy goes from talking into creating a baby as God intended. That's
Yeah, you are a crypto Catholic.
Yeah.
I am a crypto Catholic.
You didn't mean to
Thank
do
you.
that one. That wasn't a bit. That's just who you are.
That's why, like, it's literally after sex. After sex, dude, just be cannot say anything. I'm like, what are words for? And that's when you're.
I'm like, what does your grandma do for work? What is your dog like to have just trimmed?
What's your dog's star sign?
It's oxytocin versus.
What does your grandma do for work? That's such an odd question. She's retired.
I'm like, she's a Libra.
Well, what does she do all day? I don't fucking know.
Clearly,
I'm like, you're feeling really Capricorn energy right now, so what's going on? Like, that
You
is
don't
like,
actually.
I thought you were a Taurus. Apparently, you're a Capricorn.
No, but
my
I'm
moon
so
is in
chatty.
Capricorn.
Like,
That's the difference. It's oxytocin and tryptophan. When men come, they release tryptophan,
Turkey
which
gravy.
makes you. It's turkey
Yeah.
gravy. My brain makes turkey
it's
gravy.
autistic.
Turkey,
Oxytocin,
that's
man.
actually not. It's a farce.
It's true.
Because no, because when you there's tryptophan in turkey. However, when you digest it,
When
there's
you
no
fuck a
tryptophan
turkey.
anymore.
There's also usually cum in turkey.
No, like, you know,
When you give a
it's
man a
not,
turkey.
like, break down to the same line. You're just really full.
Sorry, go ahead.
A lot of people don't know Benjamin Franklin actually he had keys on a string. He was flying a turkey.
He invented fucking turkey.
He
So,
invented
gobble
turkey.
me, swallow me, drip down the side of me.
No, what you were saying, I had heard that it doesn't actually.
No, it's
make you
not.
sleepy like that.
fuck.
Great.
No, but like honestly though, so when there is tryptophan in turkey, but when your stomach breaks it down, there's none of it. So like it would not reach your brain.
Right, but it does when you
You're
come. Like when men come, it's
sad,
We get mashed
Yeah.
potatoes straight to the
I
brain.
agree.
has it
disappointing,
Wow.
faster than you had hoped.
Wow.
Jesus. Don't project.
Project on us. All right. We've
You're
never
just
I'm
nailing
not
it right now.
projecting. I'm just. telling
We're
my
happy.
truth.
We're happy for a second.
yeah. The one time I get to be
The only time I can't hear women talking.